Questa figura splendida ed arcana saluta tutta la gente in questa giornata mondana. Manda baci e manda movenze altere ad ogni Madonna, a ogni mestiere.
Stay tuned for Airgun Detectives.
Welcome to another episode of Airgun Detectives. I'm your host JC, and today we get to take the mystery, it's in a box, the Pinty P-Force Bullpup. Yes, we did the tactical version before, but now we're going to do the Bullpup, and I think you guys are going to be surprised. Anyway, before we get started here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down in the corner. It doesn't cost you anything. It's absolutely free. But it really does help support the channel. Also, check out the website, www.airgundetectives.com. On that site, I've got the rec scopes, I got the Generation 2 bipods, I've got hats, t-shirts, Ugamo shooters that shoot the SAT or CAT trigger. I got the trigger screw kit for those, which will turn them into a match style trigger. Then also check on my inventory. I rotate stuff through there, and I hope to get more and more out towards Christmas. Anyway, let's get back to the subject on hand. What do I have here? Again, this is the Pinty P-Force Bullpup. This little pup here. But I figured let's do a little unboxing because the box is kind of really cool here. You've got their little emblem on there and the whole bit. But just kind of the way they pack this. You guys can see. It's got your foam. A little cover here. And then here is your manual. Got a little manual here. Comes with two magazines, two 9-round magazines. You guys see that? It also comes with some spare O-rings, and with PCP, it's not if, it's when they're going to go out. But it gives you some spare O-rings, springs, and some silicone grease there too, some silicone grease. But anyway, this is our Pinty. Let's pull this baby out. All right, I'm showing you guys, this is right out of the box. This is our Pinty Bullpup. You can see that. Beautiful. But the great thing about editing, let's go ahead and get this thing out and set up so we can start talking about it. All right, here we go. Got it set up for you. We even topped it with one of my rec scopes. By the way, I still got a few of those left. You guys can check those out on my website. Anyway, so what do we have here again? This is a PCP rifle. It's a bullpup style. Those of you who don't know what a bullpup is, basically what they do, it still has, in fact, this one has an 18-inch barrel. So the barrel still goes all the way back, but your breech is actually in the rear of the gun. So this is your breech. Your magazines actually go in this area right here that goes in here. So you still have a nice long barrel. So, and then your trigger mechanism and all that, it's set up so it connects back here. So this is your breech. That's the difference. So then what you're getting is you're getting a compact, what appears to be a compact rifle, but you're not losing any performances because you still have a full-length barrel. So anyway, what is this? This is Pinty's Bullpup. This comes with a nice hardwood stock here. It's all wood and we've got metal. This only comes in 22 caliber. It comes with, I showed you these briefly, two 9-shot magazines. So you got two 9-shot magazines. The cylinder here is 280 cc's. You fill it with a fill probe. You guys seen these fill probes? You just slide that open, it exposes the fill portion, and you slide it in. Your gauge is right here in the front. Okay. This is a side lever right here. Cock that back. It can be decocked. Just hold pressure on the arm and gently slide it forward. Again, I said 280 cc tank. It's a 3600 psi fill, and it is regulated. And 3600 would also be the 25 megapixels. Now, in the manual, they recommend just filling it to 24 megapixels. That's what they say in the manual. Anyway, the gun itself, 27.5 inches overall, so it's very compact. Again, I'll remind you, 18-inch barrel. It only weighs 5.3 pounds. They claim you can get up to 80 shots per fill and average about 800 feet per second. Again, you've got your aluminum Picatinny rail up on top, so you can put whatever optics you want. I really like the little rec scope because it's nice and compact for this type of rifle. It does have what they're claiming is a 3-pound trigger. So we're going to test all of this and we'll see the performance. Now this rifle, I'm telling you, it is just, it's really comfortable. You can almost shoot it like a pistol, but nice and compact. It really comes up really well to the cheek. This could be a little hunter's dream, being this lightweight. Because think about it, so you're probably looking maybe 6 pounds with the scope on it. So anyway, pretty impressive as far as the build, the looks on it. I like the textured grip on here. That's pretty cool as well. It does have a manual safe, just a push button safe here. It's a manual safe. But the important thing is the performance. So let's go out and see how this performs, and we can come back and talk about it. So let's stay tuned for the next segment. All right, let's test out the Pinty Bullpup over the Crony. We'll see what type of velocity we get. We're going to be shooting the H&N Barracudas, 18.13 grain. Likes these. Let's just shoot 5 shots. We'll go ahead and average it out. All right, shot number 1, 872. Shot number 2, 873. Shot number 3, 873 again. Shot number 4, 874. One more shot, 873. Whoa! Is that incredible standard deviation or what? And I'll just let you guys know, this guy's a sweet trigger. Wait till you see the test on it. This is one sweet trigger. All right, that's your Pinty Bullpup. Let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. All right, let's test the Pinty Bullpup for a little bit of accuracy here. We're going to be shooting at about 45 yards, guys. I'm on the cliff here in the middle of the rocks, almost hanging off the edge here. But I was able to squeeze about 45 yards out of it. Go ahead, check that out real quick. You can see our target up there on the hill. The only disadvantage, we are shooting a little bit uphill. Sometimes that can affect accuracy a little bit. But we'll be shooting at our 4-inch splatter burst right here. I'll leave you guys a link down below. Those are pretty cool. And once again, same pellets we did in the Crony is the H&N 18s. These actually shot really well out of this. So we're just going to take 5 yards. We're going to take 5 shots, and we're just going to see how well we group. Remember, maybe not hit the bullseye. I'm going to try, but we're just going to take 5 shots and see how we group. Okay. It's funny. I've got this little rec scope on here, but it is crystal clear from this distance. But the center dot actually is the same diameter as the center red on the target. So I'm just going to have to cover that red. But let's see how well we do. Oh, I'd call that a bullseye. And let's see. Wow. All right, here's shot number 3. Man, this is great. Shot number 4. And one more. Shot number 5. And can we keep it going? Oh yeah. Look at that group. Yeah, that is amazing. That is amazing. But remember, this is a bullpup. It's not like we have a stubby barrel. We've got this long barrel that comes all the way to the back. So that can fool you a little bit when you look at the bullpups. Anyway, there's your accuracy test. Not too shabby whatsoever. In fact, pretty incredible, I would say. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. All right, guys, let's test the trigger on our Pinty Bullpup. I can tell you right now, these triggers are pretty awesome. They really are in this model. It really is a pleasure to shoot. All right, we got our trusty Lyman trigger gauge. Got it all reset. Let's see what we break at. £2, 1.7 ounces. 2 pounds, 1.7 ounces. Awesome triggers. Absolutely awesome triggers. You gotta like that. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. Okay, let's do a little plinking with our Pinty Bullpup. As you can see, we're roughly the same distance we were in our accuracy tests. We're well over 40 yards, almost close to that 45-yard mark right here. And we're going to be shooting the H&N Barracuda 18s once again, most accurate pellets. So go ahead and check that out. You can check out what we're shooting at. Got a bunch of steel targets there, big rams, some little eggs, little pipe. We're just going to knock those down and move on. I got my rec scope here once again. Let's see how well we do here. All right. We'll start with the pipe on the end. God, this thing hits hard. It really does. All right, we're gonna go, we've got 4 eggs there. So we're gonna go right to left. Guys, we're brushing 45 yards right here. You can see what a little hunter's dream this would be. Two more. This thing is just dead accurate. And I'm going to aim right where that other little hole, or that spot is. And I hit right in that same spot. This thing is unbelievable, the accuracy of this thing. And again, I'm telling you, I love how lightweight this thing is. It's great. Accuracy. Man, we got a lot. But let's go ahead and wrap this up. We'll move on to the next segment. Okay, let's wrap this up with our conclusion. What'd you guys think of the P-Force Bullpup? Honestly, outstanding performance. I thought this thing was fantastic. But before we get deep into it, let me tell you what my negatives are. And it's really simple. I'm just not a huge fan of the magazines. These are the type that you got to rotate them. You put the pellet in, let me show you here. You put the pellet in backwards and then you rotate it back the other direction. I prefer the ones that you just can top them off. But that's it. That's my only complaint. And it's not much of a complaint because these are definitely, you get used to these type of magazines. But if I had to come up with something, I would say get the type of magazines you don't have the rotating plate. You just feed them. I like that much better. All right, let's talk about the positives. First off, I like the fact that this rifle is lightweight. It's lightweight with a compact design. I mean, think about it. It weighs 5 pounds without the optics. This is a hunter's dream. It has a great feel to it. It's very comfortable. It's really easy to shoulder. It just feels good shooting this rifle. I'm telling you, it's just a good fit. It's a good fit. The trigger on this, awesome, awesome. They claim it's a 3-pound trigger. Heck, this pulled at 2 pounds. You guys saw that. I think it was 2 pounds, 1 ounce, something like that. What else is tremendous? The accuracy on this. You guys saw my 1/4-inch group at 45 yards. That was pretty incredible. And the plinking, we didn't miss anything. We hit it all. God, and these little scopes work so great too. If you guys want one of those, they're on my website. Let's talk about the regulated pressure and how many shots you're going to get. Okay, so I charted this for you guys like I usually do with the PCP rifles. So we started at 3,500 PSI. You can go up to 3,600. The manual recommends 3,500. They recommend 24 megapixels, so that's what we did. So anyway, but they say you can go up to 3,600. That's what they say. They advertise that. But in the manual specifically, it says they recommend 24. So we went with the 24. And we were shooting the H&N Barracuda 18s, okay, we got, in that performance, we got 4 magazines. We got 36 regulated shots. So that's 36 shots on the regulator. Our performance was about 874 feet per second, and we got just under 31 foot-pounds of energy. Now, you could continue to shoot this off the regulator, so you'd probably end up with 40-plus shots, but the regulated shots are the best shots. Why? Because they're the most accurate, most consistent, powerful shots that you're going to get. And when you're the most accurate, especially when you're hunting, that's what you want. So we got a pretty good performance out of a 280cc tank. We really did. So the performance was exceptional on this. It really was. A few more positives. The price point. This is by far the best bullpup in that $300 range. Some of the bullpups, they're you know, around $1,000, maybe a little less than that. But I haven't seen anything close to this, $400 or $500 range. This in the $300 range is exceptional. And then you match it with a nice compact scope, something like that, and it has that small, easy to use feel. And this is something, I'm telling you, you could drag this around in the field with you all day if you want to do some small game hunting. And we're putting out 30 foot-pounds of energy, so you're going to be able to do some decent small game hunting with this. So again, I'm going to tell you, this is probably the best bullpup on the market that you can get in that $300 range. I haven't seen anything perform better than this, especially for this price point. So what I would have to rate this thing is 5 stars all the way, guys. This thing is exceptional. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you like PCP rifles and you like the Bullpup version, this pup right here, you need to bring this puppy home. I'm telling you, this, you got to add this to your collection. I just love the fact that you're getting a regulated rifle that has this type of accuracy and an exceptional trigger for a $300 mark. And I'm telling you, this is fun to shoot. It really is. It's really enjoyable. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Airgun Detectives. Don't forget, this is where we take the mystery out of the airgun. So until next time, I hope you're getting plenty of shooting in and you and the family are doing great. So take care and God bless.